Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tom. This is Tom's Toys 95. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, I'm a part-time eBay reseller as well as a video game collector. Some of the things I buy are more than just video games, toys, shoes, second-hand goods, etc. Anything that I can try and flip to make a profit and sell on my eBay store, I will purchase and try and resell it. So welcome to a week in the life of an eBay reseller. This is a series where I document my week as an eBay reseller, show you what sold, what I've listed and what I purchase. The week starts from Saturday morning sales all the way through to Friday evening sales. So anything that sells in that period I will pull out, I'll show you what sold, tell you how much I paid for it, what it's worth and how much it sold for, and then I will go through and pack and post the items and take them to the post office. Now I usually do 2 to 3 trips a week, Monday, Wednesday and Thursday. It's now Monday night and I haven't been to the post office yet, so I'm going to grab the items that sold over the weekend and I'm going to post them tomorrow morning, which will be Tuesday. There is only 3 items unfortunately that have sold so far. I am trying to list more this week. That is one of my challenges, because the more you list, the more you sell, and so far this year I haven't listed enough stuff and my store has suffered as a result. It has been January, which is pretty dry for sales and people don't have much money, but there's no more excuses. We're in February now, everyone's been paid, so it's time for me to roll my sleeves up and get some things listed. So let's get into what sold. So first up we got these Doc McStuffin stickers. These are Disney Panini stickers. Now I bought 4 packs of these for 5p each, so 20p for the 4. A buyer last week bought 3 of them and I was going to be generous and pop the 4th one in the envelope, but if you're too generous you won't make any money. So £3 a pack, it's not a lot of money, but you know, from 5p that's still a couple of quid. So I decided not to. I've kept it, and I think the same buyer bought the other sheet, so I do feel a little bad now. I could have given them all 4, but anyway, they bought all 4 stickers. £2.99 a pack. They spent £8.97 last week and £2.99 this week, so I don't mind posting this out again. It's a cheap sale, but I think for the markup it's a really good price. So 20p into £12 minus fees, so I'm looking at about a tenner for 4 packs of stickers. Can't really argue with that from 20p. Up next is a game that's been lingering on my store for a while actually, which I'm quite surprised at. It's a wrestling game. It's complete with the manual, good condition, on the PS2. This was listed for £3.69 plus postage, and I relisted this one, or the other day I took it down and I sold similar. Now if you do that, what that can do is boost the sale, it refreshes it. eBay will see that as a new item and it sometimes gives it a little bit of an advantage in the marketplace. So this had barely any views, hadn't sold, and I thought for £3.69 plus postage it really should have sold by now, and it's been listed quite a few months. So I sold similar and on about 10 items. Now the other items haven't sold, but this one sold within about 10 minutes. So sometimes it does work, and it can help the algorithm. So that one sold for £3.69. I paid about £1 for it. So again, a couple of pound profit. These 3 sales so far aren't great, but it's a poor start to the week, but that's good because it just makes me more determined to do some good listings this week and try and list as many things as possible and try and make as much money as possible. So the third item that sold is this Nike hat. Now it says one size and it's like an adult's hat, but I tried it on and it is quite small. It is adjustable, but even with it sort of maximum adjusted, it is quite tight. Now I do like my hats, but I couldn't keep this one, it was too tight for my head. Maybe I've just got a big head, who knows. But anyway, so this is a size heritage. It's just a black cap with a night tick, but this one sold for, I believe, £7.70 plus postage, so it's £2.30 in an envelope. You can flatten the peak of the cap, that will squash down, that will go as a large letter for £2.30, so all in all £10. Can't really argue with that. I think I paid £1.50 from a charity shop for this, so it didn't cost me much. I did think it was a kid's cap at first, but on inspection it was an adult, so got a little bit more for that. So £7.70 from £1.50 again, put about £4 profit after fees. So far we've only made about £8 profit off 3 sales. But the good thing for me is all 3 items are very slim. They will go into an envelope, so they won't take me long at all to wrap and they won't take me long to post. So although they're cheap sales, they are the sort of bread and butter sales that keep things ticking over. I've just got to hope that throughout the week we sell some big bulky items as well. So it's now Monday night and I'm just going to do some listings on eBay. I've got a bunch of stuff that I bought from TK Maxx, which you might have saw in last week's episode. So I'm getting that listed now and a few other bits. I've done quite a lot of retail arbitrage this year because the car boots have been closed and I haven't really found much on Facebook Marketplace. It does get quite competitive and some of the stuff gets saturated, so it's hard to find new stuff on there or find bargains. So I have found myself going into the clearance sections. I know a lot of stores recently, especially like with January sales and stuff, have a lot of sort of Christmas overstock left, so I've been trying to buy some of that. So quite a lot of the stuff that I've purchased this year has all been brand new with tags or still new in the box. So I'm just working on listing some of those things now. Hopefully we'll get about 12 new listings up and let's see if we can sell anything by the end of the week. So I'm just going to show you how I take my photos, my eBay listings. So I always like to have my photos as clear as possible. You want to take a photo of the front of the item, the back, the sides, bottom and the top. You just want to cover all angles and that way nobody can be disappointed when they receive the item. So I'm just listing about 10 to 15 items now. I won't show you them all, but there's just a few examples here to show you how I take the photos. So with this plush here, you want to make sure you get the front, back and the labels. People want to know either when the toy was manufactured or what brand it is. Now with this particular item, the phone case, whilst the item was brand new, the box was open, so that gave me opportunity to take a photo of the actual item, but also the damage of the box, which I did put in the description. We're now on Tuesday and going into Wednesday. So on Tuesday I went to see my sister and I popped into a CEX. I did pick up a couple of things in here and I'll just show you some footage of the shop. We've got some nice retro stuff in the glass cabinet as always. That Metroid trilogy looks nice. We've got an SP there and some Pokemon DS games. And then here's the Switch section. Now this is Wednesday, this is the day after, this is a second CEX store and I did find this really cool Harley Quinn Lego DC Supervillains Steelbook on the Switch. And I do also collect for PS3, so I was looking through the PS3 collection and the 360. Now I did find these Final Fantasy collector's editions. Now I do already have these and I was going to resell them on eBay, so initially I picked them up to sell, but after looking on eBay and looking at the condition, they wasn't all complete and one of them was missing the steelbook and it had been replaced with a normal case, so it wasn't worth my time. Sadly this Harry Potter game had no manual, otherwise I'd have probably picked that up as well. So it's now Thursday night and I'm going to go pick my eBay sales from the garage. It has been pouring with rain. I've sold 7 items. I was going to record last night, but truth be told I sold 1 item. And then overnight I've sold a couple, and then throughout today I've sold a few more. So it's picked up today, but yesterday I sold 1 item. And I was too embarrassed to record a segment just for 1 item. So without further ado, let's go grab them. Before I head out in the rain and grab my parcels, I just thought I'd let you know that on Tuesday I went to CEX in Kidderminster when I went to visit my family, and then I went to a different CEX yesterday, my local one, on my lunch break. So I did pick up quite a few games, so I will probably go through those in the next segment as well and show you what I sold and what I picked up. So I've just got back in from the rain and the cold, so I'm glad to be inside now. Up first, we've sold this Beauty and the Beast set of 3 figures. We've got Mrs. Potts, the Beast and Cogsworth. Now I messaged the lady and she said these are going on some cakes as cake toppers, so she had no rush with the postage. But these were £6.50 that I sold them for. I think I paid £3. So a bit of a fail, but that one, there you go, I got £3 later on there. So I bought these for £3 from a car boot quite a while ago. They've been listed for over a tenner, and then I've reduced them and they've just been lingering for a while, so I'm glad they're finally sold. They're going on a cake, which she said is not till March, so hopefully she receives those and that makes a nice decoration. Up next we've got this FIFA 14 on the PlayStation Vita. I bought a great big Vita bundle. I'm a big Vita collector if you don't know, but I collect for the PlayStation and the Vita, mainly PS3. I'm going for a full Power Vita set as well as a PS3 set. So this is just like a duplicate, but I bought a bundle in the summer of Vita games, and a console, sold all that off, and I kind of work out roughly, rather than divide the bundle by the number of items, I sort of divide it by how much it's worth. So this worked out as a couple of pound, and I'm well into profit on that bundle already. That's all sold. This is literally the last thing to sell. So this sold for £7.50. Up next, we've got this Batman Arkham Origins Collector's Edition. This was only about £3 or £4 from CEX. So with these ones, if you don't know, they usually sell the steelbooks at the same price. So this is one of those ones where I sort of caught them napping on this one. I did list this at quite a high price, so they usually sell on average for about £14 to £15. I listed it for 20 as it was in really good condition, and it had all of the DLC codes and stuff inside, and I reduced it slightly the other day and it sold, so that went for £17.70 plus post. Again, it's been lingering for a while. I probably should have traded this in at CEX, because after fees and postage I'm probably only going to get about £4 for it, and I probably could get 5 or 6 on a voucher. But this has been lingering on my store for a while. Really good condition. I don't think there's any scratch on the disc. Got the manual. It's all good condition. That went for £7.70 plus postage. And then one of the last things to sell was this troll doll. This is the King. The box is really beat up and battered. I was tempted to just sell it without the box, to be honest, because like it's ripped and everything, but it still holds some value. So someone bought that. I believe that went for £16.50 plus postage. So the next two items are both similar and they go into the same buyer. Now I also collect Toy Story Aliens, but that's for another day. And I sold these two bags. So we've got like a lunch bag and like a tote bag here. So there was a shop in Brighton called Miniso. They have a few around the country. I did look, and it's like a Chinese or Japanese retail store that mainly focuses just on cute Japanese things, and they have partnerships by the looks of it with Disney. So they had quite a big Toy Story section, but they also had an Alien section just for Toy Story Aliens. Now I collect aliens, and they had them on a sale, so I bought 2 of everything. And to be honest, not a lot of it is sold, but I have priced it high enough that I make my money back and a little bit of profit over the 2 items. So these items were about £2 to £3 each in the sale. These were on clearance, and this one went for, I think one went for £12.99, which is this one, and the other one went for, I think they both went for £12.99, but one had £2 postage, one had £3.50 postage. So this went for £16.50 all in, and this went for, I think, £15 all in. So I need to refund the buyer a little bit of postage, because they did ask if I could send them both together, so I said I would. So I already have these 2 for my collection, but I'll probably sell them at some point, because why do I need these bags? I don't, but the collector and me needed them. So here's a quick sneak peek of some of the games that I bought from CEX, so I'll go through them now and show you which ones I picked up. So up first, as I said earlier in the video, I collect PlayStation Vita games. Now there's not too many more I need. I think I'm about 21 away from a full PAL UK set. So I needed Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus. This is one that's been on my list for a little while, I just haven't found it. I think it comes with the manual and the cartridge, so that's all good. So that was £20 from CEX. And the next game, these are all from CEX by the way, the next game is LEGO DC Supervillains on the Switch. Now this is a steelbook version, which I do have on the PS4, but it has marker pen on Harley Quinn's face, which is a bit of a shame. But I only paid £8 for that one, and this just shows the difference in price with the Switch games. This one was £20, so that's all complete in there. What I'll probably do is keep the steelbook for the collection and sell just the cartridge. I can't imagine I'd get more than about £10 or £12 for the cartridge, but the steelbook was going for about £40 on eBay. So depending on how much, if that is legitimate, then I may think about selling this one. But I am going for a steelbook collection. Obviously, it never ends, so I'm never going to complete a steelbook collection. But I just like to buy them as and when I see them. So if I know it exists and I can attain it, then I'll pick it up and add it to the collection. I'm also a big Wayne Rooney fan, so I picked up this Road to Germany or Destination Germany on the PSP as a UMD. It does have my man Wayne Rooney on the cover. So yeah, hopefully he finds another job soon, because he got sacked from his last one. This next game is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. What caught my eye about this one is this pre-order sticker here. Now I've got 2 sealed copies of this and there's no game inside. It comes with a pre-order bonus poster. You get the sticker on the front and it comes sealed. Now these go anywhere sealed between sort of £60 and £100 depending on the condition. Now this one is the pre-order case, which shouldn't have had the disc, sorry I keep saying disc, the cartridge in it. However, someone's probably it's probably pre-ordered the standard game, came with the bonus case, they've put the cartridge in and traded it in, which is fine. So what I'm gonna do is sell the case separately and I will sell the cart on its own as well. I may keep the poster, but I think it's going to sell better with the poster included with the case. But this is the poster, I don't really want to get it all out, but for the purpose of the video I will show you. So it is double-sided, you've got Hyrule Field there, and then Link defeating Ganon on the back. So that's a really cool poster that goes inside of the 3DS case, and that came as a pre-order bonus. What I also found nifty was it came with this little instruction booklet. Now I don't know whether this comes with the console or whether this came with the actual game case, so this might be a little bonus as well, but this is basically controls for the game. So I assume it did come in the case, but I know there was a Zelda 3DS console which this would have came with, and that might have been included with the console. I don't know. I'll have to watch an unboxing video on YouTube. But yeah, I think I can break that down. I paid £18 for it. This game has gone up slightly. I remember it only being about £12 to £15 on the 3DS. But as with all retro games, they're starting to go up. Not that the 3DS is that retro just yet, but it's still technically a previous generation. But yeah, so I reckon I could probably sell the case for around £20 to £30. Depending on whether I include the poster in it or not, I might be able to get 40, and then the cartridge I'll probably get about 12 to 15 loose. Up next, I got this quite interesting Michael Schumacher Deluxe Edition of F1 2020. Now this is the pre-order promotional copy, not for resale. So I knew what it was straight away, and it comes with the disc as well, which is sort of colourless, which is pretty cool. These don't fetch tons of money. They don't hold that much value especially compared to the PlayStation ones. If you get a PlayStation promo disc, it's usually a lot more expensive than the Xbox ones, but it's still a cool variant nonetheless for a collector. Now I am into my F1, so I may decide to keep this in the collection, but if I do sell it, I could probably get around £20 for that. One more for the collection then is this Army of Two, the Devil's Cartel. Now this is the Overkill edition. I'm not sure if I have the standard version, but if I do, I definitely don't have the Overkill edition. Even has it on the spine as well, so I do collect variants as well as and when I see them. Not going to go out my way to get all the variants, but when I see them I do like to pick those up. That was £6. Now this game may go in the collection, this may be sold, I don't know, but this was £4 from CEX, and it's Generator Rex, Agents of Providence, I think it is. That was on the PS3 and that was £4, and it comes with the manual and complete. I do have a sealed version, but I think it's the NTSC American version, so if that's the case I'll swap this one out. I'll probably keep the sealed copy as well, but I will definitely put this because I'm going for a PAL collection, so I don't want any American copies in there as well. Also for the collection, Madden 13, I don't have this one, that was £1. And the next two are to resell on eBay. So we've got the messy version of FIFA 16. This is a steelbook. Not really too much there. I've picked these up countless times. They are a bit of a slow seller. They don't sell for too much, but it's 50p. It's probably the cheapest steelbook in CEX you can find. So for 50p, I'll happily buy that all day long. Sells for about £5 to £6, so a couple of pound profit after fees. And then the last game that I picked up from CEX over the 2 trips was this Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege. Now this is the steelbook version. I've seen this on PlayStation for around about £5 to £6, and I did pick it up in the past. I did wait on it for quite a while because you always find them in battered condition, and this is not in great condition either. There are some blemishes, a few slight dents and marks on it, but this was £2.50. Now I don't know why it's dropped so much, or whether it was always cheaper on Xbox and it was on PlayStation, but I've always had in my head that this is a £5 to £6 game. So £2.50 for a steelbook, especially on Xbox One, can't argue with that. That must be one of the cheapest Xbox One steelbooks. So for £3 we got 2 steelbooks. Now the last thing that I purchased was from TK Maxx. You may notice that I'm wearing this cool jumper. Big shout out to Man United, my team. But anyway, I picked up 2 of these jackets, or jumpers should I say. They're both like retro inspired, so they're like a re-release. I think it's like the Adidas Icons collection or something. But this is like a vintage style jumper. You've got the old Man United logo there, not the new one. the one that actually says football club on it. You got the old Stan Smith Adidas logo, a really nice blue colour, although Man City's blue, so it's a bit awkward wearing it, but I still really like the jumper. It's still got some red on it, so that's good. And these were £80 each, and they were in the sale or in TK Maxx price for £35. Both size large, my size, so I'm going to keep one and I'm going to sell one. Hopefully I'm going to try and sell this for £70 to £80 as the original price. So if I can sell that for 80, then it covers the cost of this one. So that was all my pickups from CEX and the TK Maxx trip that I did, and then those are all my parcels that I've sold. So there's 7 things going out the door. So I think this week we've only sold about 10 things, so we've still got tomorrow. I might make a few more sales tomorrow, but it's another pretty poor week in terms of volume of sales. But I did manage to get quite a lot of stuff listed the other day. As I said, on Monday night I think I wanted to try and get some things listed, so I haven't listed as much as I wanted to, but I've also listed quite a bit as well. So it's now Friday lunchtime. I'm just about to go and post my parcels. One more thing did sell, which I'll pop up here, but that was a Rachel Galley watch. Now that came from the watch bundle that I mentioned in last week's episode. I'm glad it sold. The woman purchased it sort of mid January and said that she can't pay until February, so I messaged her last week I think, and she's finally paid, which is good. So that sold for $35.99 I believe it was. There was a sort of link missing, so how the watch pieces together, it's like a bracelet and there's like a clasp that is not on there. Now in the bundle of watches I purchased there were 12 Rachel Galley watches and one of them didn't have the clasp, so I listed it about £20 cheaper than the other watches. So I think I was aiming for around £60 a watch, maybe £70 a watch, as that's pretty much how much they sell for. I think they were going for around about £100 each. I might have to reduce them a little more because I haven't sold any of the sort of full watches, but the one with the clasp missing I listed for, I think it was £40 or £50. She sent me an offer, so I took it. So I'm happy to see that go. That's one out the door. I paid around £10 per watch, so that's a good sort of £20 profit after fees. So I'm going to head to the post office now. All the parcels are in the bag, and yeah, that's pretty much it. One quick thing in terms of plan for the weekend, I'm not too sure yet. I want to organise the garage a little bit better. I'm finally going to get someone to come and check the light out, because in my previous episodes I've stated that my garage, when we moved house, doesn't have a light that works, so I can't list or do anything in that garage until that's sorted. So hopefully that's going to get fixed in the next couple of weeks, and maybe I might start recording in there. I don't know yet, but at least if I can get a light I can actually see the items. I'd have to go in there with a torch. But yeah, so this weekend I might not do many listings, but I'm going to try and sort out and tidy the garage a bit more and try and get the light fixed. And as we stop sales at midnight on Friday, I've only got a couple more hours really to try and sell some more stuff. So if anything sells before midnight, I'll try and back in and let you know what they are, but those will get posted out on Monday or Tuesday because it's too late now. I'm doing my last postage run of the day. Otherwise, I think we've sold 11 things this week, which isn't too great, but I think we've made a little bit more profit than normal because we've got some slightly more expensive items, which is good. But yeah. So we're back in the game room and it's time for the results. It's Sunday morning, nice sunny day, going to go for a walk in a minute. But before that, let's get into the breakdown of the results. And we sold 10 things this week, which I said at the start of the week we were going to smash this week, get some listings done, which I did. I probably listed about 20-30 things this week, and the sales just still haven't been coming in. But it's one of them. It's one of them. You just got to take the rough with the smooth. This is probably the poorest period that I've had on eBay in a long time, and ironically I've got the most stuff listed, the most stuff optimized, the most things on promotion listings. I just don't know what's wrong. I mean, maybe people haven't got money, who knows. Maybe we just desperately need the car boot season to come back around. I am finding either new stock on Facebook Marketplace, or I've got some of my own personal things, or if I go to CEX and buy things to resell, etc. And I've also got back stock which I haven't listed, which I have been trying to list, and I've also been doing retail arbitrage, buying things in the sale and trying to flip them on. So maybe the stock that I'm listing is just not desirable yet, maybe things are too high, who knows. But something's not working. But anyway, how did we do? So we sold £131 and 26 pence worth of stuff, and we had £23.40 odd of postage. and then with the fees taken off, we received £104.55 altogether, which is not bad. I did put a bit more time in this week in terms of listings, but I think I've become a bit more efficient since doing the YouTube videos. I've actually become more efficient at packing. I get things done a bit quicker just so I can get the videos done as well, because before I would just pick and pack and post, and now it's sort of pick, pack, record and post. So yeah, so after everything that I paid for the items, which to be honest most things were quite cheap, the troll doll I think was £6 I paid for, the watch was a tenner, everything else is relatively cheap, so altogether it was £33.55. So it gives me a grand total of profit for this week of £71.28, which I don't think is too bad. I probably put about 8, 9, maybe even 10 hours working, so it is what it is. I mean, if I don't take off what I paid, then I made £104. If I put 10 hours in, that's £10 an hour. I'll take that all day long. As I said in the other videos, £10 is sort of my benchmark. If it falls below £10, then it is sort of a question of what's happening, what's going wrong. But I do think it's just the period, just the time of year, and potentially I haven't sourced a lot of new stock whilst I've been buying new things, as I said, from like outlets, shops in the sale and stuff. There's just not a lot going on in terms of stock coming in, so maybe I need some better stock, and maybe I need the car boots to come around. My car boot that I go to usually opens up end of March, start of April, so I am looking forward to heading back to that. There probably are some other car boots near Birmingham that are open sort of midweek or on the weekend, but I can't go midweek because I work, and on the weekend I'm not sure anywhere that are outdoors that would be on, because obviously the weather's quite poor, hence why they don't start till end of March, start of April. So we just need to wait for the car boot season, I think. Just keep listing, get my head down, and continue with the grind, I guess, and hopefully the sales increase. But if anyone else is a reseller and anyone else has noticed low sales or poor sales, especially in the last sort of 2 or 3 months, let me know in the comments below. Is it just me, or is it everyone else as well? Who knows, maybe it's just the times, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But anyway, that's the results. £71.28 profit in total, so I'm pretty happy with that after everything's taken off. Otherwise I made £104.83 that went into my bag this week. So thanks for watching the video. Please like, consider subscribing and comment below, and I will see you on the next one.